Hey guys, it's Leo, and it's time to talk about episode 3 of Shoujo Kageki Revue Starlight. I think that this was my favorite episode so far, not really taking into account the surprise of the first episode, because the first episode was very surprising and it caught me off guard, so I was really impacted by it. But this episode had a lot of focus on Tendo Maya, who is so far my favorite character. And in this episode, we had a lot of spotlight into lots of different characters, and it was really interesting. So the episode started with the classroom and Karen getting late again, and for the first time, Claudine didn't appear. And so we, as viewers, we knew that Claudine lost the battle in the last episode, episode 2. And so in episode 3, when she didn't appear, it was kind of clear that she didn't appear because she lost or she was not feeling good about it. But the other girls, they didn't know about it, and it seems that they all know about battles, but they don't talk about them. They don't speak about the fact there are battles. They simply don't talk about it. Karin is the only one that effectively seems to go after more information and to kind of understand what's really going on there. Um, but Claudine joined the girls a little later, and when she did, the red-haired one, I don't remember her name, she noticed that there was something wrong there. And the red-haired girl is always paired with the sleepy girl. So as you guys know, I'm horrible with names, so I'm gonna use like simple characteristics to identify the character I'm talking about. So, those two girls are always together, just like Karin and her blue-haired friend, who is now being left aside because of Hikari. Hikari, she seems to be a very important character, but she doesn't want Karin to participate in the battles. And I have a theory for that. I'm gonna get to that later. So for Karin not to participate, she gets as far as locking Karen up in a place, and she doesn't want Karen to go out and be able to go into a battle. But before that, we had some more intel on the girls, and it was really nice seeing like Banana-chan. Banana, for the first time, we got a glimpse into what she really likes doing, which is screenplay. She likes writing plays, and she likes like directing and taking a step back from the stage. And I thought that was interesting because, in the idol world, probably in the theater world as well, there are lots of idols. Who, after they graduate or even before graduating, they have a very good eye and they have a very good talent, or maybe they study to actually be a producer, not really an idol. There are people that do both, just like Sashihara Hino from AKB, for example. I don't know if she's from AKB or SK, I don't know. But I know she is part of the group, and she also produces lots of things. She produces shows, groups, and so on. And it's interesting to see that she has talent for doing both things. And I'm pretty sure in theater it's the same. So it's nice to see one of the 9 girls actually fighting to be something else, not only an actress, and to see that her talent is good for doing other things. And well, she was writing that she was going to direct that play, and so it was really funny to see the girls trying to bribe her with sweets. It was so nice. But Banana, she really showed a good side of her, like a friendly side, when she came to the glasses girl who fought and lost in episode 2. And she offered a hand for her, and that girl, she's still shook that she lost in last episode, but at the same time, I think that her loss really gave her a little more power to fight, a little more power to keep on going further. And that's a very nice thing. Um, and so, what else can we talk about before the battles? Well, Claudine was very shook of her loss. It seems that she is always almost there. She's always almost at number 1, but she always loses to Maya. So Maya is her biggest rival, and it seems that she is the biggest motivation for her to keep going and to keep training and to keep trying. But at the same time, because of her losses, sometimes she loses a little bit of what she's actually doing and she gets drowned in her own thoughts. And that's what I think happened to her in this episode. She wasn't even practicing in a good way. I mean, her practice was good for nothing because she wasn't really she wasn't practicing it and she wasn't achieving anything of it. And the red-haired girl, actually had a conversation with her, and it was really nice, seeing both of them there. And it was also nice seeing that the red-haired girl, she acknowledges Claudine as a rival as well, because Claudine is very powerful. Claudine is very talented. But we also had a very nice scene in the bath. Look, me, I'm not one for fan service, especially when it comes to girls. But that scene was nice because I thought that the sleepy girl was just there with her sleepy personality. But no, she has this teasing way of talking, and she was talking to Karin's friend, that blue-haired one. And we were able to see a little bit more of her side of things and how much she's suffering, because now there's someone else there. There's someone else that's taking Karin away from her. That can be a little strange in a group of 8 girls that had a 2-2 dynamic. We have pairs, and now Hikari appeared, and Hikari is taking Karin away from the blue-haired girl. And it's interesting because Karin doesn't really seem to notice that. She doesn't really seem to give, like, her friend attention. She's not paying attention at all to her. That's really bad of Karin. Karin is so focused on Hikari, she is losing. I think it's Mahiru. Her name is, or her surname is Mahiru. So it's really bad to see that. I didn't really like seeing that. Karin is so driven off doing it with Hikari that she forgot about her friend. It's like her friend isn't even there. But her friend is suffering a lot, and the sleepy girl, she teased Mahiru a lot. She teased Mahiru a lot, and I think she was all at the same time that she was trying to get an answer. It was her own way of dealing with that girl's solitude, dealing with that girl's pain at the time. And then we got to the battles. Karin was able to escape, and Hikari did all that she could to stop her, but she was not able to. And Karin, in this episode, she was matched up against Maya. And that's crazy because we know Maya is #1, and Karin is the main character. She's probably going to get #1 in the end. Why is she battling Maya already? And I thought, okay, please, please, please don't make Karin win against the best girl in episode 3 already. And okay, so at the same time, Claudine was also battling the red-haired girl, and we had 2 battles, but the biggest focus was on Maya's and Karin's battle. And it was really nice because Maya is the perfect girl. But it was nice because at least in this episode, I watched it with Starlight subs, and it was a great experience because they put the lyrics to the songs in the battles. So it was really nice because, as I thought, the songs, they are really important. They really explain what is going on and what the girls are thinking. It's really like a musical. So the songs are part of the storytelling. So it's important for the songs to be translated. But anyway, the song started. It was a very nice song. I really liked it, and it was nice, seeing a little bit more of Maya and how she acknowledges that the #1 spot is a solitary place. It's a place of loneliness. But even though it is a place of loneliness, she wants to achieve that because that is her place. #1 is her place. So I really liked it. And the battles had beautiful, stunning visuals. I loved the visuals, and I was starstruck when I saw everything. And Maya getting down with the swan, and it was so beautiful. It was like, I think it had something about Black Swan there, like getting #1, being the biggest star. Maybe there is something there that I don't really understand, but it was a beautiful visual representation of Maya and the way she battled. And the way she battled with so much grace, and the stairs, she was always on top of the stairs while Karin was trying to get up, and when Maya was able to get down and up easily, while Karin didn't. She didn't have this ability. She doesn't have this ability yet. And well, I think that it reflects the talent that Maya has and how hard she tries. So, we had this battle. It was very interesting. It was very intense. But obviously, not really obviously, because I was afraid that it was not going to happen. But Maya won. And Maya was able to defeat Karin, thank God. And so Maya stayed in the #1 spot. At the same time, Claudine was also able to win, to no surprise, though I really wanted to see Claudine battling. I think we will see it eventually. But it was really nice that she was able to battle the red-haired girl because they had a little moment of theirs. And I think that the battle, it was like the culmination of everything. Unfortunately, we were not able to see it. But so the last thing is, after the 3 episodes, Maya is #1. Claudine, I think Claudine is #2, if I'm not mistaken. I think that it was shown. Claudine is #2. And after this loss, Karin was sent to 9th place. So she is now in last place. She is the last. I think that it happened because Karin doesn't really understand how theater functions and how those places are how those places actually work, because they are there for a reason. The ranking is there for a reason, and it ranks the girls. I don't think it only ranks the girls with their will of being #1 only, but also with their abilities. And we know Karin is not the biggest talent when it comes to abilities, and she doesn't really try that hard in classes. She's always pacing off, she's always late. So I don't really think that she is that driven. I think the thing that drives her the most, which is a promise that she made when she was a child to Hikari, is not enough for her to go and to completely destroy a tradition of that specific theater. I think that she needs to learn that she needs to put effort together with talent and together with a dream and will. She needs to put it all together so that she can rise again. And obviously, for her to rise, she needs to fall. And now she is at the bottom. And I think that's why Hikari was so angered towards her. That's why Hikari slapped her in the face. And Hikari was trying to stop her. Because I think that Hikari understands that Karin doesn't really have that drive, you know, that strive that she needs to go to #1. And for her to learn that, she's going to suffer. And I don't think Hikari wants her to suffer. I think that's why. And also because there's no possibility of 2 girls doing the main part together, at least for now, at least in the tradition. So for you to break tradition, at least in this show, I think that you need to have more than willpower. You need to bring more than willpower. So I think that that's what I got from this part of episode 3. So I'm really in love with this show. Maya, you are my favorite. I really love her, and I am actually secretly rooting for her to still be #1, even with Karin. So, I don't know, I'm very curious to see more. I want to see more, and I'm pretty sure we're going to learn more about the other girls, and we're going to learn more about their personalities, their dreams, their wills, what they're scared of, and I'm very, very excited for that. Guys, that was it. Please leave a comment with your opinions on episode 3, and let's keep our talk in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.